Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi, today we are in Beijing, the capital city of China. You know, that is the Washington DC of China, and the seat of power in China. So today we are checking out the embassies. I am in the neighborhood called Sanlitong, and Sanlitong is the place where all the embassies are. Most of the world's biggest countries, the embassies are in this neighborhood. So, see the neighborhood? That's what it looks like. So we're gonna go to check out these embassies, and hopefully you're gonna find your embassy here. And if you ever have any plan of coming to China and wonder if your embassy is here or not, in case you run into anything, then this video may give you some kind of guidance. So let's start from here. On this side here, this whole side here are embassies. That side of the road are embassies, and then that whole side on the other side are embassies, and then there are 3 other roads in between. I'm gonna try to cover them as much as I can. I'm gonna go through here first, and then after that go that way, then after that come back again to go that way. So in every embassy they have security guards standing in front dressed like military. This is Pakistani embassy. This is Pakistani embassy. See, this one is Pakistan. The Embassy of Pakistan in Beijing. Yeah, good. Embassy of Pakistan consular section. See, you can see the Pakistan guy there. Okay, and we keep going. Number 1 on this road is Pakistani embassy. Let's see. I'm heading down there. As I said, most of the world's biggest embassies, or most of the world's biggest countries' embassies are here in this neighborhood. This is Pakistan Embassy College, Beijing. So apparently, Pakistani embassy have school. See the students in there playing? They have a school in there, in the Pakistani embassy. Okay, this one is embassy of Sweden. This is Swedish embassy. So this one here is Sweden. Okay, you can see the guard there standing. So what? What?
No picture.
No picture. Okay. So the guard said no picture. He can speak English. Okay. So let's see. That was Swedish embassy. So Swedish embassy, Sweden. Swedish embassy is right next to Pakistani embassy. And the next one we're gonna be passing. Let me see where we're walking. Let me extend this a little more. Next one we'll be passing would be Tunisia. Okay. This here says Tunisia. Embassy of Tunisia and Madagascar. Okay. So in here, can't get in there. Cannot get in. But in here, the Tunisian embassy. Tunisia is in North Africa. Tunisia and what's the other country? Tunisia and Uganda and Madagascar. Uganda, Madagascar, yeah. So there is Tunisian embassy, Madagascar, also an island in Africa, and Uganda in Africa. Uganda is, I think, East Africa. Okay, keep walking. I also think I passed something like a sign like Ukrainian embassy. I'm not sure. Okay, so this here is South Africa. South African embassy is here. At every gate, you're gonna see the guards standing, and whenever you're passing, they're gonna salute. Okay. This is South Africa. South African embassy. This video is to let you know, let's say you're coming to China, you want to come to China, and you want to go to different embassies, just let you know where the embassies are. And most of the embassies are situated in the same place, in this neighborhood. Most of the embassies are situated in the same neighborhood. Let's keep going. See, I'm going over there. And the next embassy coming up in front is Embassy of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is in Africa. This Embassy of Sierra Leone. Okay. Sierra Leone Embassy is right here, and on my left, on my right hand side, Embassy of Sierra Leone. And in every embassy you're going to see the guards standing. So I'm just passing the Embassy of Sierra Leone. Let's see what else is in front. On my right hand side here, there's another one. I can't figure out which embassy is this. Embassy of Cambodia. Cambodian embassy. On my right hand side, Cambodia. Cambodia is in Asia, you know. Also very close to China. The road here and here. As I said, this neighborhood is called Sanlitong in Beijing. Most of the world's biggest countries, their embassies are in this neighborhood. And then there's another embassy coming up in front of us, and see which. This is the embassy of Togo. Togo embassy on my right hand side. Togo is a country, a small country in Africa. So passing the embassy of Togo, and at every embassy you're gonna find the guards standing. So just past the embassy of Togo, you see right behind me over there, there's a police van waiting, just hanging out there, and the car Audi right next to me here is a diplomatic car with diplomatic number plate. So these cars belong to the embassies. And then right on my right hand side here is a military vehicle, a military van hanging out there, probably protecting the embassies around here also. So all the cars on my left hand side here, you know, see me passing right now, these are all diplomatic vehicles. These are all diplomatic cars because they all have diplomatic number plates. So they belong to the embassies. Which cars belong to which embassy, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to read the number plates of, because each car belongs to each number plate have a special way of figuring out which country it belongs to. So, but all these cars line up here are all diplomatic vehicles. And here, I'm passing on my right hand side here is European Union. And then in each place you pass, you're gonna find guards dressed in military uniforms protecting the embassy. This is EU. And like I said, all the cars on my left hand side here are all diplomatic vehicles. I believe these guys that are standing out there are the drivers. So let's see. And in here, right in here should have some other embassies, but I'm just going straight for now. I can't go in there now. First of all, I need to cover this. I need to cover this whole road first. Then maybe if I get a chance, and if possible, I'll come back and check out the ones that goes inside. This way. Man, Chinese cities are so safe. The amount of cameras on the streets, incredible. So let's see. The embassy I'm passing right now on my right hand side is the German embassy, Deutschland. It's written in German, but I can see it says Deutschland, so it's the German embassy right on my right hand side. And then let me see how far I am. See, I'm still going over here. So the embassy right next to me here on the right hand side is German embassy, Germany, which Chinese call Dogwo, and the Spanish call it Alemany. Deutschland, German embassy. It's right here on my right hand side. I remember several years ago, I came to Beijing. I remember going into this bank of Beijing, right over there, to do some transaction. And in front of me here is the Canadian embassy. Right in front of me. I'm gonna cross the road real quick and I'll show you. Canadian embassy is right on my right hand side. It's right on my right hand side. So right here is the embassy of Canada. See, Canadian embassy. This is so long, and I think there's some other embassies on that side. They have embassy on that side. So this is the Canadian embassy here, and over there is Bank of Beijing. I think that time I stayed in a hotel somewhere here and had to come to this Bank of Beijing here to do a transaction. So the gentleman I just said hello to right behind me is a police officer, and I think he parked this car here, and this is a police booth. So the Canadian Embassy wall is kind of big. It's from that end over there all the way to that end. The Canadian Embassy. Let's see. So the Canadian Embassy security guards are different. Yeah, Lawrence. So the guy behind me, the guard of the Canadian Embassy, his name is Lawrence, and he has a Canadian flag here. So far, the Canadian Embassy, which, by the way, the wall is still all the way to here. The Canadian Embassy so far in these videos today, the Canadian Embassy is the only embassy that I've seen so far that their security guards are different from the others. Their security guards wear black, and the other embassies so far, their uniforms are green. Like the one I'm approaching, the wall of Canadian Embassy ends right here. So this is another embassy. I walk front to figure out which embassy this is. Don't see any sign, nothing to show which embassy this is. Yeah. Oh, this is Australian Embassy. This is Australian Embassy, and over there is AC Embassy Hotel. I'm gonna cross the street later to show you AC Embassy Hotel. Somehow I feel like I stayed in this hotel several years ago. This is Australian Embassy, right next to the Canadian Embassy. As soon as you pass the Canadian Embassy, you get the Australian Embassy. On the wall of the Australian Embassy, is also long, but not as long as the Canadian Embassy. So far, the Canadian Embassy has the longest wall. And then yeah, the Australian Embassy wall maybe ends here, I think. There may be some embassies that I may not be able to show in my video today because some of them are inside, like let's say a place like this inside, but also would have like a gate here that you need to like identify yourself before you can get in. So I may not be able to show those ones. So I'm walking towards this way. This is the Australian Embassy. This is the fence all the way to down this street, all the way to there, and then join with Canadian Embassy. After the wall of the Australian Embassy, then you get the Canadian Embassy. And the Canadian Embassy went all the way to the intersection. So the last embassy we saw over there was the Australian Embassy. So now this is the intersection here, right here. So what I'm gonna do is because I want to go to the other side. Towards going down that side, other embassies. So I'm gonna cross the street here, go to the other side, right here. Go to that side, and then to cover the other embassies over there also. The streets of Beijing is more chill than the streets of Guangzhou or Shenzhen. It's more chill here. People are moving at a very slow pace. Okay, the light is green. Go. So this city, Beijing, was my first Chinese city many years ago when I just first landed in China. That's before I came here before I moved to China to live. I used to come to China for business, and Beijing was my first city. Beijing was the first city I landed. It gave me all the first impression of China that I need. So this here is a very broad road. I remember this place because I kind of stayed in a hotel here. Somehow I think the hotel is either in front here or behind here, but I'm gonna go check it out. The streets of Beijing, more chill, more calm than other major cities such as Guangzhou or Shenzhen or other cities. The streets of Beijing, especially on this side, is more chill. As you know, Beijing is mostly ministries, you know, the government ministries. This is the seat of power city, just like if you go to Washington. So I'm gonna head this way. In the middle of that road over there, in the middle there, we'll have after the intersection, then the embassy starts there again. I haven't been on this road here for, let's say, about over 7 years. So to me now, this street kind of look old. But I remember walking a lot around here. Now it's kind of look different. How you doing? It's really cold today. It's colder than I remember yesterday. Though the sun is shining a little, but it's very windy. So I would love to. It'd be better if I covered my face, wear a mask and cover my head. But if I do it, then I don't think this video is gonna look too good. So across the road over there is the wall of the Australian embassy. These guys, these delivery guys, see the guy in yellow? The craziest motorcycle riders in China are those people, those delivery guys. Very crazy. I think this building used to be a hotel. This building here kind of look very familiar, but it's been many years. So let me go to ask if this was a hotel a long time ago. because it looks like yes, I know. I'm going to ask. 喂，你好，你好，我想问一下，这边以前不是酒店吗？这个
你住这儿吗？
不是，这个是酒店吗？
是民宿也算酒店
啊，但是我觉得是2年前是一个酒店，这边有前台，是2年前，是不是？
好像是这个。
是吗？啊。
哦，你记忆
是2年前。我住过。
哦，你住过。哇，你中文说的很好。
啊，是。Here, Embassy Hotel, AC Embassy Hotel. And across the street is Australian Embassy, and next to it is Canadian Embassy, and then all the other embassies on that side and then this side. So here is AC Embassy Hotel. So I remember this building very well. And I remember about 12 years ago, this building was kind of new and some guys were hanging up there, like hanging out here, cleaning the walls. So anyway, if you are coming to one of the embassies around here, this is one of the hotels that is very, very, very convenient. You stay here, you cross the street this way or that way to go to whatever embassy you're going to. AC Embassy Hotel. And this place is in Salutong. This is inside the lobby of the EC Embassy Hotel. This is inside the lobby. And it's a lot of painting decorations on the wall. A lot of aunties. So many Chinese aunties. This is going to the elevator, to the rooms. I think these old aunties are on holiday, taking pictures of each other. Yeah, so this is the lobby of the Embassy, AC Embassy Hotel. This is the restaurant over here. Paintings. All the beautiful paintings on the wall, see, on both sides. And here is another elevator going upstairs. So I'm gonna go back to the front desk. It's part of the reception area. And this is the reception here. How much is your room? $500. So the cheapest room is 500. 450. Okay, so the cheapest room here at this rate, you know, it changes, goes up and down sometimes. So the cheapest room here today is 450 yuan, which is about, let's say, $50 US, 50, 60 US dollars. So this elevator is to go up to the office buildings and apartments. So apparently there are people living upstairs here too. And then This is going up to the second floor. 喂，你好，你好，上面这里有什么？上面有什么？这里
上面咋了？
上面这里有什么？
哦，有墙边上有画，
画
墙边有画。
啊，OK，OK。
画一规公。
Ah, okay, okay. 谢谢。Okay, so also Zoom. And then we have some guys there at the ATM, security guys at the ATM, reloading the ATM over there. So I'm gonna step out again through the door, revolving door. Oh, okay. These security guys carrying the ATM money, they have no guns. But some of them, a lot of them carry guns, you know. But these ones have no guns. But also, I always say, see, that's the armored money truck. They have no guns, just batons. But I see some of them in so many cities carrying some big long guns, but they don't need it, trust me. Nobody there to attack them in China. They don't need, they just carry those guns and for years, and those guns will rot and rust. They never use it. So anyway, this is the AC Embassy Hotel. So across the street is Australian Embassy, Canadian Embassy, and the other embassies over there. So I'm gonna head over there now to make more videos.